Did you? I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a minute ago we were talking about tempo and beats.
Yes, we get derailed easily.
This is a concern, I think, more for, unfortunately, there is such a thing as single line flyers, especially indoors, that the kites have a limited capacity. And
I don't know, Bob, I've seen you fly.
but it's important to somehow, if that music, the tempo gets a little heavier than your kite can handle, you're in trouble.
Yes.
And if it gets a little faster than you're, either way. So it's more of an issue to confine your music to what, no matter how good you are, that kite's only
There's
so fast.
physical limitations to your equipment, indeed. So that's your triangle, right? It's you, kite, and music. Audience off to the side. But those are your three main things that have to be in balance. Otherwise, it's like a three-legged stool. You cut one leg off, you're not going to sit on it. If that metaphor will fly.
Yep.
So,
Right.
Do you want,
We have music.
there has to be kite flyers in the room for a remark like that.
I think there's a lot of music that I'll hear just anywhere, and the first thing that comes to mind is somebody's routine to that music. And I can think of somebody that I haven't seen in years, but I remember that they flew to that music. So, as time goes on.
And that means at that point that person at that point in time hit you with what he interpreted or she interpreted there.
Yeah.
And that real quick goes into my only goal ever when I fly kites to music for an audience is all I want, and they don't have to tell me, all I want is one person to walk away and say, that was cool, I'm happy I saw that, instead of sitting in front of the TV and doing nothing at all. That's all I want. That's my ambition in flying kites. That's it. It's not more complicated than that.
Yeah, and when you get somebody that etches it in your mind, I mean, I can visually and hear it in my mind, Don Tabor. I don't know if anybody remembers Don Tabor from Top of the Line, but he did Peter and the Wolf with a Hawaiian, and it was the wolf flying, and then it was,
You remember.
absolutely.
He touched you there, basically.
Oh yeah, it was just phenomenal.
That's cool. I haven't seen it. I wish now that I
I think there's probably videos of it somewhere, but it was,
Google it.
yeah, right.
Well played, sir.
Long time. Yeah, that was like late 80s.
Right. Anything else for now?
do you want the playlist?
Let's start with unsustainable. So this is a current piece that I love to fly to, and I hope it illustrates a little bit what we've been talking about so far as intensity variation, a little bit of drama in there, but still accessible and relatable.
Actually, that sounded too crazy.
Oh, we can go crazy.
Ooh, well, we got an advertiser first,
Let's not do that.
because I'm using that to live feed now, on my
Okay,
tablet,
all right.
so.
Well, in that case.
Oh, then, ad's almost done.
Is everybody feeling all right so far? Is this worth your time on a Sunday morning?
Absolutely.
Good.
Okay, yeah. It'd be cool if you play.
Okay, there we go. Ready?
Sure. So you've got intro. I always like a soft intro, gives you a cue. Now you can start flying. A little bit of build up. Then comes a little bit of drama. For me personally, I like contrast in my music. So fast lines to hard stops. To nice fluid lines. So this is where we're going to slide from layer in music to another layer in the music. And pick what sounds the loudest to you. Very fluid lines into a slide, coming in, to a stop, back to flying. And now there's a voice. The voice is going to take us somewhere. So we're going to get ready for that. All very big and round. Here it comes. Something else. So, we've got tricks, we've got aggression, we've got fast. Depending on skill level, on a fly. So we've got some changes and switches in the music. You got changes and switches in the direction at that point. You can't have too much of this. So that's why the music goes back. It's up tempo. So it's intenser, more intense in the beginning, but this is a repetitive layer from earlier on. Just a little bit faster. This is where I'm going to, after all the aggression and speed earlier, this is where I'm going to catch my breath a little bit. I'm not phoning it in, but I'm flying big lines. I might be walking back a little bit. Now there's a voice added. So I slide to the voice at this point. It means I'm still flying around and big, but the voice allows me to do something else. It has to calm down though. It's been pretty intense for a while. So we can be on the ground. We can do a cartwheel if we want to. We can do a wingtip back, so we play with the ground at this point. For me, at this point, it's a Jacob's ladder, if I can pull it off. If I cannot pull it off, I will know it that day. So I'll do a half action. Do a stall, and back to flight. I think we get the idea. We don't have to do the whole thing. So, right now, this is my very favorite piece of music to fly to for an audience, for pretty much any audience. I have, this is a dubstep type song, I think is what the genre is called. I'm not sure that everybody is going to like it, but I've had decent reviews of it so far from sort of a cross-section of audience.
Yeah, I find it not too extreme, so to speak. It's
I
kind
try
of
not to
middle-of-the-road
fly.
type of music
Yeah.
rather than being.
I try not to fly too extreme. I try not to pick a too extreme a music choice. Again, if you like extreme music, that's cool, but keep it on your MP3 player on the beach by yourself. Basically, it's going to probably make you a better flyer, but it's not necessarily going to make your performance better, in my opinion. And the same goes for the other end of that scale. Let's go fly a kite. Let's not fly them out to that thing. Again, personal preference here, so people can scold me for that.
Scratch that rock.
Yes.
That was about 60 BPM. That was slower than when you were saying you liked it.
Then Google lied to me. It would still be in the range of 60 to 90. This is very much a tempo for
It's
me.
65 to 85, but yeah, okay. That was right, 60.
Yeah. Richard?
Well, all this music's going for quad and duo. What kind of music would you pick for the skate if you're competing with single line?
Something very flowy without a beat. A beat to me dictates that there are corners or tricks. Almost always. So if I'm flying an interactive single line kite, be that a skate, be that anything else, something without a beat or with as little beat as possible. Now, we're talking indoor flying, yes?
Right.
So there's an extra element here, and that is you. On 120-foot lines outdoor, nobody's going to look at you. They're just going to listen to the music, and they're going to look at the kite. You should be invisible, I think. But indoors, it's different. you are 10 to 30 feet away from your kite. At that point, it is a dance, it is a performance. Your kite is moving around you and you're moving around the kite. So you are becoming an integral part of that show, of that performance. So, use that. You can, if there is a light beat, step onto that beat. It will be visible. The kite is not doing it. If it's a competition, you shouldn't be judged on it, but guess what? You will be,
Yeah.
and it will look good.
15% is entertainment, and they're looking at you just as much as the kite. at that
True,
point.
there is a slightly different way of judging indoor than outdoor. I forgot about that for a second.
Hey, Paul,
Yes,
I have crystal lines.
that's
the
what I
one
was
we fly
hoping.
to.
Yes, a quick example of what we would fly indoors with a single line kite. And this is what we fly pairs
Pairs.
to. So we have a few more options there. And you know as well as I do, a single line kite, about 75% of the time you know what it's going to do, right? And then the other 25%, you're going to have to be able to catch it.
Oh crap, why is it doing that?
Exactly. Oh, I'm following now. So you want to choose music that is going to allow you to do that. So we're going to for something with a lot more mood and atmosphere rather than grips and technical opportunities. So Nick has been flying. Now I'm coming in this particular rendition of the routine.
Yeah, we probably should change it there. Male and female voices.
No, it's perfect. So we're flying low, we're flying slow, big glidey maneuvers. And then the moment that the beat's picking up, we're gonna walk. Yes. Now there's a beat, but it's a soft beat, it's not an aggressive one. So what we do is we walk on it. Or we... And you can see it, you'll be able to see it. And this is where we are close together, we don't move too much, we'll let the kite do the work. But yes, from an indoor single line kite, there's a lot less choreography, there's a lot more mood setting, so I would venture to say that choosing the right music, God, it's all day long with my air quotations, is even more important.
To put more feeling into the audience. let them
Correct,
feel.
correct. You will have more limited options to show various maneuvers with an indoor single line kite. That's just the physical nature of the beast. So get that emotion in there more, get it out of the music. It's even more important to get your score.
So for you, Mr. Hurd, you just have to do it your way.
That's another song.
Absolutely.
Is that why my scores are always low, because I do it my way?
Yeah,
Like in all seriousness, you exhibit that. So when you put that kite out there, like Fletch exhibits that, you exhibit that. So you gesture in that song, and you have certain moves that you
Yes.
do during certain phases of that song.
having
I don't
seen
think
you,
it's so much about the score, if you will. I think it's about your own, the freedom to interpret yourself.
yeah, I totally agree. And when I say score, I also mean
Absolutely.
the appreciation of the audience. It is also a form of scoring. And I do talk like a competitor, I realize that.
But I think that's when I see like Bob or him or Phyllis fly, that's what I get. So it's that single line. You can't hit the beats. You can't cut square corners with those things. Well, you can.
He can.
So the idea is to show that interpretation.
Yes,
It's the
absolutely,
same. Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're trying to emote, and the person flying is doing it, but watch Donna and I really try it out sometimes.
oh, I have.
Yeah.
Hard to explain, but it's you're emoting.
Yeah.
You're putting that emotion into